Mathematically, when we're talking about similarity, we're talking about that they have a similar shape, but that they're a different size. So we have, when we have two figures that are similar, their corresponding angles are congruent, and their sides are proportional, meaning that that's where they're different sizes, but that they have that same shape, right? So if you scale a picture up or down, or like in Alice in Wonderland when she gets bigger or smaller, she's the same proportions, she just got enlarged or reduced. Okay. Now this is very close to our dilations. Dilations are always similar figures. The difference between a dilation and a similar figures is that dilations have to have that center through which it's growing or shrinking, whereas similarity doesn't have to have that. So you could have like your figures rotated as well as in not necessarily have that center through which the vertices have that like vanishing point kind of thing. Okay? So that's our difference between dilations and similarity. We use this thing right here, it's called tilde, to represent our similarity. Just so you know, on your keyboard, it's above your tab button or near your, just below your escape button. You have to hit shift to get to it. So our similarity statements are similar to our congruent statements for triangles in that they have to match up to the corresponding parts. So it's really important that you have that. So for example, if we have triangle cat is similar to triangle elf, then we know that C and E are corresponding, and A and L are corresponding, and T and F are corresponding. Okay? So in order for things to be similar, we have to have all corresponding angles are congruent, and then all sides are proportional. So if we're looking at these four examples, we want to decide if these are similar or not. Okay? So first of all, I can see these are parallel, these are parallel, those are parallel, these are parallel. Okay. If I look at this angle, this is 60, this is 70. Okay. So this does not work because corresponding angles are not congruent. Okay. Notice we have that our sides are proportional. If we check our side lengths, we have 5 to 10. So we're doubling, and from 8 to 16, and we're doubling. But their shape is not the same because the angles don't match. So this is or not, I put not congruent, I mean not similar. Oh, corresponding angles are not congruent, so they are not similar. Okay. Even though we have that 5 to 10 is the same thing as 8 to 16. So the sides are still proportional. Right? But because of the fact these angles don't match, then it's not similar. Okay. If we look here, these are trapezoids, which we should be familiar with. We have these two are congruent, these two are congruent, these two are congruent, and these two are congruent. So all four of these match and all four of those match. So our corresponding angles are congruent. Oops, I missed an S. Which means that we're partway there to being similar. So now I have to check to see if the sides are proportional. Now, when I'm looking at the sides proportional, I didn't do it on this one, but it may be helpful for you to label the side lengths from small to large. Okay, so if I'm looking here, I've got this is the smallest, this is my medium, this is the largest. So we have small, medium, large. And then if I look at this one, this is the small, medium, and large. So then I can compare the corresponding sides, right? The small side to the small side to the small side, the medium to the medium, and the large to the large. So what I want to do is I want to check, is 14.5 over 11.6, is that really the same thing as 30 over 24, and is that really the same thing as 40 over 32, right? So notice I always went from the top one to the bottom one. You could also flip it around and go from the bottom to the top, but you have to be consistent as you're comparing. So from here to here, it gives you these proportions. If you go from the small to the big, all of these would be flipped. So if we look in our calculator and do 14.5 divided by 11.6, that gives us 9.0625. And if I do 30 divided by 24, that gives us 1. Oh, I missed, sorry. I missed a button when I tried to hit 11.6. So 14.5 divided by 11.6, I did 1.6. That gives us 1.25. And then if we do 30 divided by 24, that gives us 1.25. And then if I do 40 divided by 32, that gives us 1.25. So because all three of these are equal, and we know that the sides are the angles are corresponding, the corresponding angles are congruent, these two are similar. So now I want to write a similarity statement. So I have to label our vertices. So let's just we can do hope last. I just picked, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so notice I can go from the short end here, short to medium to short to long. So I need to go short to medium to short to long. So I would do hope to last. So hope is similar to last. Okay. So that's how we would write that. Okay, if we move on to look at this one, we have all of these are right angles. So our corresponding angles are all congruent. Okay. And then if I check my sides, small, medium, small, medium. So I'm going to do, you can either do left to right or right to left. You just have to be consistent between your sides that you set up. So I'm going to do 12 to 20. Is that the same thing as 24 to 40? Right? Because this means that they're proportional if these ratios equal the same. So if we do 12 divided by 20, that gives us 0.6. And if we do 24 divided by 40, that gives us 0.6. So these are similar because we have both the angles that are corresponding are congruent and the sides are proportional. So let's do snow and help. Oh, I'm going to change it to heat because we had an L over here. So snow and heat. Okay, so we have this side is our medium side, this side is our short side. So I can do medium to short. Well, I guess medium because there wasn't a long, so medium or long. So our long to short, long to short. So I'm going to do snow. Apparently I can't spell snow. Well, whatever. Snow, I don't know. I messed up on my letters. And then heat, right? So we went THEA. So notice it's not going to match up so that we spell words on this one, which is fine. So we have snow, parallelogram. Remember, this is the sign for parallelogram. So parallelogram snow is similar to THEA. Theat. Or the. Okay. So that's how we do our similarity.